What is it that women are truly seeking in a man? Because you're out here thinking that she wants the guy with a yacht, a 6 feet 2 guy with a Lambo and a private jet. And yeah, well, those things can help, obviously. But they're not the real game, okay? And I'm telling you, as a man who has a lot of qualities that women love. Because there's one thing that women prefer above wealth, power, or status, even looks. It's something that she can't see at first, but when she discovers, she's locked in. Okay, I've done a lot of research on this topic, okay, and I've figured out which are the top 6 things that women are most attracted to. The first one is material things, okay, it can be wealth, everything that you can imagine. The second one is power, okay, influence, leadership, all that stuff. Then we got fame, exclusivity, looks, including height, and the most important one, personality. Okay, this includes humor, it includes your character, everything. Now, numbers 1 through 5 are a little bit out of your control, okay? If you're not a wealthy, famous, and incredibly well-looking guy today, I doubt that you are tomorrow, okay? But there's one thing that it's truly 100% on your control, and that's your personality. And the good news is that as far as I'm concerned, personality is your greatest asset when we're talking about attracting new women. So of course, after you've done everything that you can to look your best, what you need to do is develop a magnetic presence, okay, a magnetic personality, and this is how you do it. By the way, before I jump into that, you need to understand that the quality that most women are looking for is personality because of the way you make them feel, okay? Women are all about feelings, and if you can feel them a certain way that they want to be with you all the time, you have won them. So the way to truly get girls interested in you through your personality comes from 2 things, your skills and your character. Let's start with the character, okay? And one of the most important distinctions I've made is that I realized that women are usually not drawn to that kind of always happy man. Okay, women are drawn to the man that is always in full control and that is not always laughing a lot. The reason why that happens is because hotties are used to have people get nervous when they're talking to them, and they can sense that you're different when they see you always calmly and unaffected. So my recommendation is never let them sense that you're too attracted to them or interested to them, at least in the beginning. I've always said this, but women are exactly like cats, okay? They can sense when someone is paying no attention to them, and that's what actually gets them attracted to you. So this might not make any sense to you, but the way to get them interested in you is by paying no attention and being no interest in them, because then they will start thinking, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Why is he not interested in me? And some people may think about this as manipulation, but I prefer to think about it as being playful and playing a little bit with them. It's more challenging in my opinion, and if you truly want to understand how to do this, go watch the video I uploaded on how to get conversations more flirting. Now for the skills, there's actually 1,000 skills that women are drawn to and attracted to. Like for example, you can be funny. Okay, humor is a great way to get women attracted to you, because once you make a woman laugh, she's totally yours. Also, they appreciate creativity and intelligence, but kind of a sexy way, not in a nerd way. Also, you could go for example, being polished. They love this kind of gentleman vibe as a James Bond. Other things are being dominant. They love a masculine man. Maybe also being mysterious and not letting them know everything about you from the first second. And the skill, I could say that it's more lethal when we're talking about women, is being confident and cocky, like that kind of smirk. And they can sense when a man is truly confident about himself. So that's the best skill you could develop. All right, but that's a lot of information. So let's get that to the ground and truly give you the roadmap on how you can develop a personality that it's magnetic, but at the same time that you're not faking being someone else. Okay, you have to be authentic. Okay, so the first way you want to do this is picking between 3 or 5 core traits. The ones that are more authentic to you, the ones that you resonate with the most. Okay, maybe you're not that kind of funny guy, but maybe you're very confident. Just pick 3 to 5 and then get them dialed up. Because remember that this is not about changing who you are, it's just about amplifying the character traits that you already have to make them more attractive. Then the second step that you want to do, and this is something that I've used a lot, is study iconic characters, whether they are real or fictional, but that they have the character traits that you want to develop. Like for example, if you want to be more charming and more of a gentleman, I would pick James Bond. If you want that kind of arrogance, maybe you could go for kind of Tony Stark. Or if you want to be playful and cocky, you could go for a kind of Ryan Gosling. You need to analyze everything about them, okay? How they speak, how they move, how they act. And I'm not saying that you need to copy their lines, because that's are full of bullshit, okay? Women are not drawn to lines, they are attracted to personalities. So try to understand which traits of these characters you love and start making a plan to develop them. Then the third thing that you must do, and this is a must, is practice in real life, okay? Because you can learn tons of theory, but if you don't apply it to the real world, it doesn't serve you of anything. So what you want to do here is get volume with girls. You can't think your way to being charismatic, okay? You need reps, but this applies to anything in this life. So you need to test your flirting skills, your voice, your tonality, how you can play with physical touch, everything, okay? But this is a must and you need to practice in real life. At least you could also try to get you dialed in with online conversations, which is a place to start practicing with your communication skills, and it reduces the friction as you can't see them in real life. But I would really encourage you to approach women and start flirting with them, talking to strangers, everything that you can do to improve these skills, because this is what is going to take you to the next level. And the fourth step is, in my opinion, the most important, and with all my clients is the one that I'm more strict, which is refining based on what you see that works, okay? You can get a lot of feedback once you get a lot of volume. If you go speak to hundreds of women because you don't stop approaching, you will see what resonates best with you, which of those skills you have to improve or get better with, and which of those you have already accomplished. So you need to get volume in order to know what you need to improve, because maybe you don't know that you're missing one step, but you need to track every single one of the results and conversations you've had in order to know exactly what works for you. Remember what I said about being authentic. It's the most important thing, okay? If you want to truly build a magnetic presence, it's like a sculpting, okay? You need to keep seeing what resonates best for you and for your personality. Because if you try to accomplish being as someone who doesn't really resonate with you, you will never get the same results as you would if you truly are authentic to yourself. And the fifth step and last, which is one of the most important ones in my opinion, and one of the most talked in this channel, is lock it in and make it your own signature style. Once you've found every single detail that you want to kind of copy, we could say, about this desired character, whether it's real or fictional, you need to start implementing all these series of habits, how he moves, how he acts, how he dresses up, and you need to make it your own identity. Okay, you need to become him. Okay, that's when the magic comes in. Okay, you need to understand this. It's not just about looks, it's about making your identity a magnetic personality. Let's, for example, say that you want to become fucking James Bond, okay? That was me back then. So I tried to copy his style, his way of working his way up with women, his communication style, everything, obviously what resonated with me, and try to implement it in my daily life. So what I saw that I liked the most, I saw it perfectly and clearly, because when I watched the film, I said, well, you're not good enough at this area or this topic. So I know what I need to improve the most. And when I go to the street and talk to different women, that's what I'm trying to improve. Okay. Once you've developed so magnetic personality that it's exactly the way that your ideal self would be like, then you are also as confident as you possibly can be. And in your mind, you will know that whatever girl you go approach, she will be yours. So whether you like it or not, whether you thought that the private jets and the lambos are the thing that women preach the most, it's not. Women are not as drawn to lambos as they are to a personality that makes them feel special. Because material things, they will vanish someday. But if they truly want to be with you and they get a feeling with you that they don't feel with anybody else, they will be yours forever. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek for everything, okay? A man should seek excellence in every area of his life, okay? Of course, you need to go for the lambos, you need to go for the wealth, the fame, if you want to. Okay, you need to amplify every character of your life that makes you attractive, okay? Have a good body, have a good communication skills, a perfect appearance, everything. But it all starts with your presence, being magnetic, okay? Once you've developed a self-perception that you are that guy, you will, for necessity, start having all the other things. If you truly believe that you're James Bond, you will need the Aston Martin and you will do all the necessary steps to achieve also wealth. It's not just about the personality, it's about having everything. And once you have everything, you will have the best woman in the world, the woman that you want. But I would really recommend that you begin for your style because it's the thing that you can change the fastest. And once you have the style, go all in with your magnetic personality. From that moment on, every other step will come. And in the meantime, you will have the necessary skill to attract the women that you want. So go for that, and you will thank me later. As always, if you need any help with anything, you have my Instagram down here in the description, so you can hit me up and ask me any question. I will be glad to answer you. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one, gents.